Thank you, chairpersons, dear colleagues. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing committee for the kind invitation, and I would like to present our results on low profile TEVAR by endovascular aortic repair. So I have no disclosures. The first paper on TEVAR was published in '94. Dr. Dake and his colleague presenting their initial experience on TEVAR on 13 patients. Actually, but the first TEVAR implantation was done in '92. And this how it looks like. The first TEVAR was consist of endoskeleton, stainless steel endoskeleton covering by Dacron. And this was the DSA intraoperative pre and after the TEVAR implantation. And since the first TEVAR implantation and over the years and through a lot of innovation in this field, the TEVAR has established itself to be a safe and good method of therapy for different thoracic aortic disease. And according to the ESVS, as we can see, that the indication of TEVAR includes a rupture, trauma, and complicated type B dissection. And as you can see, all of those classified as class 1. So, as any other of method, the TEVAR has also challenges like access vessel, birth peak, and endoleak. So adequate access vessel remains a prevalence issue to get a successful endovascular repair. Small arteries, less than 7 millimeter tortuosity and calcification of access, and the previous vascular repair of the access increase the incidence of vascular injury. And despite the adjunctive technique, as you can see, there are associated with bad outcomes, especially by patients as Asian patients, young patients, small patients, and female. So that's why there is the need, continuous need for an evaluation in this field. Otherwise, from proximally, the loss of malopposition between the stents and the cardiac and the aortic arch leads to formation and angle between the proximal end of stents and the wall of aortic wall, what we called as birth peak. And as we can see in this paper, the birth peak sign is associated with high risk of type A endoleak and endograft migration in worst case. So how to prevent birth peak? Actually is preferred to use the pre-curved guide wire. I personally use the double pre-curved Lunderquist, and second use of new grafts delivery system allowing precise deployment. So from other side, I will come to another complication such endoleak type 1, especially type 1A, and to prevent this kind of complication, I advise, or the recommendation are to avoiding aggressive oversizing. That's why the recommendation are, in that case of dissection, oversizing about maximum 10 to 15%, and in case of aortic aneurysm, an augmentation or oversizing from 20%. From as second point, the choose of the suitable landing zone for more than 2 centimeters is also mandatory. And in case of a huge aneurysm, an elongation of landing zone of safe aortic zone is also mandatory. Otherwise, there is also the need for new graft which allow high apposition and high deployment accuracy. I would like to present here or to talk about Relay Pro. This is the new generation from, or the last generation from Terumo aortic stents. Is available on the market in 2 configuration, with or without bar metal stents, as you see on the left side. And the Relay Pro has engineered wave pattern with high resistance to any kind of endoleak. From other side, the delivery system of Relay Pro has new features like reduced coiled outer sheaths in average of 3 to 4 French. Otherwise, the mechanical advantage as a grip by rotating the grip for rapid or for slow deployment. And from other side also the Relay Pro retain the features by the old generation, such as double sheath with secondary sheath and the proximal clasping by NBS and automatic support wire for the proximal end of stents as by non-bar metal stents for better apposition. The Terumo Relay Pro is available on the with a length of 250, and which means is the length available stent on the market. Now I would like to present a case. A patient with type A aortic dissection was operated in as aortic ascendance replacement and total debranching of the supraaortic arch as stage 1, following by TEVAR in zone 0. Here you can see the advancing of the graft in the descending aorta, and then the secondary sheath is advancing also in zone 0, as you can see by rotating the grip slowly into zone 0 distally to the proximal anastomosis, and here by also rotating counterclockwise after rapid pacing. You can see here slowly deployment of the stents and then rapid deployment of stents by pressing the button. So I will jump to another case. This is a patient who has aortic ulcus in aortic arch. So to get a successful TEVAR implantation, we need a landing zone. That's why I did by this patient, I performed reimplantation or from of the common carotid artery to the truncus brachiocephalic, and from the left subclavian arteries to the common carotid artery left through a mini sternotomy, following by TEVAR in zone 1. This is another case by a patient who had aneurysm like about 11 centimeter, and as you can see also we performed here a carotidosubclavian bypass and following by TEVAR, and as you can see here the aorta has a severe kinking and also high aortic bifurcation and iliac also calcification at its distal axis. So another case, this patient has arch aneurysm with 15 centimeter, and to get here a stable platform, the patient underwent a frozen elephant trunk FET repair, and as you can see here on the right side, the proximal repair was landing zone over above the kinking, following by distalization with TEVAR. So percutaneously, this was the regeneration study from Riembo, including 31 patients with a successful 100%, but endoleak about 12%. This was our first results, but actually till now we had implanted more than 75 stents. The 36% of the patients has access vessel less than 7 millimeter. Half patient has dissection, half patient post-aortic operation. Technical success 100%. We had only one case mortality and one case of conversion to open repair by the same patients. Endoleak type A was null, and endotensional endoleak was 12% by 3 patients. So actually, to conclusion, Relay Pro has good contractibility and seems to be with good technical success, suitable for use in narrow vascular, and of course there is the need for long follow-up data. Thank you, sir.